trail in NASA. Presidential candidate Raila Odinga is leading the opposition alliance's campaigns in Nairobi today. Our reporter Mureme Mwangi is on the NASA campaign trail, and let's bring him in for the very latest. Good afternoon, Mureme, and what are the NASA leaders trying to sell today?
Well, good afternoon, Yusuf. Today, the county of Nairobi is on the spotlight in the hunt for the 2017 presidential vote. The NASA leaders, of course, taking a claim to a share of the 2.2 million registered voters in the city county of Nairobi in campaigns that begin here at Chomazon along Thika Road and end all the way in Embakasi at Taj Mahal. And this is expected to be one of those instances where the opposition alliance will also have an opportunity to sell the candidature of their other candidates that are contesting for key elective seats here in Nairobi, the governorship, the parliamentary seats, as well as the woman representative seat. And that's why I will be speaking now to the ODM candidate for that seat, one of the two NASA affiliated candidates contesting that seat. Just get to hear her thoughts on this campaign trail in Nairobi. Mheshimiwa, thank you so much for joining us. What message do you have for the people of Nairobi as you go out there to campaign?
First of all, I want to talk to the youth. The youth are being misused a lot. Okay, like what happened yesterday when we were in Thika, Baba being stoned. That was wrong. A few shillings dropped here and there. It's almost like we're having a vengeance. You know, and I really love what Musalia Mudavadi did. Musalia Mudavadi actually said to the youth that, you know what? Do not do this payback thing where you think, oh, our leader was heckled, so we have to heckle. Already, listen to the message and then make an informed decision. That was Musalia's message just before we got stoned, you know. And I mean, for me, Baba is the presidential candidate that lots and lots of Kenyans, if not the majority of Kenyans, want to see him as the 5th president of this country. And then we endanger his life. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, what amount of money will allow you to be misused in such a manner? Listen to Baba. When we were in Kiambu, lots of people gathered to hear him. They want to hear his message, and we're saying, forget the tribalism. Forget the fact that, you know, and whether it's in Kakamega, whether it's in Kisumu, whether it's in Eldoret, I want the Kenyan youth. All right, because it's not the women throwing the stones. It's the Kenyan youth. I want you, if you're going to be given money, listen to the message. Do not resort into violence. We're not even at the elections. Kenya is scared of violence. This is actually going to make people not come out to vote. And we want a 90%, if not more, turnout. So the youth, do not allow yourselves to be misused, because those youth who caused this chaos. And I want to really commend the police. They were swift. They tear gassed the place. I apologize to all the people that were tear gassed. I mean, I still haven't recovered my voice. At the end of the day, we don't want to come there and tear gas. And then, you know, the messages that they're circulating on social media are trying to make Baba look like he's a warmonger. He's dangerous for Kenya. He's a man of hate. Baba is nothing but peaceful. He is like the father that you know, the grandfather that you know. He's the father of this country. He's amongst the founding nation fathers that is still alive today. So I feel we should respect him. You know, even if, for instance, because Ruto and his team were heckled in Kisumu, just let's say they were stoned. That doesn't mean that when we come to Kiambu, you stone us. The youth, no. And Musalia said it very clearly. We do not want violence.
Let me pick your thoughts on something else, Mheshimiwa. As you campaign for the presidential votes in Nairobi, there is also the headache of candidates from your alliance from different parties, Wiper, Ford Kenya, as well as ODM contesting similar seats. How do you intend to handle that going forward? Because Jubilee has been staking a claim to key elective seats in the city as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, this election is going to be very, 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 very different, because you've got a lot of candidates even from Jubilee who became independents. We have a lot of candidates from ODM who became independents. Then we've got the NASA affiliates also fielding candidates. I think this is the beauty about democracy, and that's why we have 11 presidential candidates. So what I'm saying is everybody has to campaign. I mean, this morning I met the Wiper chair ladies because I'm asking them to support my candidature. I think Kenyans have to make an intelligent decision. Do not throw your vote. If you support NASA, then I think, and you know who is the stronger NASA candidate, because you see the opinion poll. throw your vote to the NASA strong candidate.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. I have to cut you short because we have to head back to the studio, but we will be live for the better part of the day. That has been Esther Passaris, the ODM candidate for the woman representative position here in Nairobi, one of the leaders that will be accompanying the NASA core principals in their campaigns here. We understand that presidential candidate Raila Odinga, his running mate Kalonzo Musyoka, and core principal Musalia Mudavadi will be the key speakers in that campaign trail from here up until the end of the campaigns here in Nairobi at Embakasi. Back to you in studio, Yusuf.
Many thanks, Muremi, for the update. Over to sports now, and Kenyans Leonard Bet and